Morning, afternoon or evening, whenever you happen to come into this, we're slowly connecting everything together that we have been doing for the month. So to begin with, lie in Shavasana. Take your time just to close down your eyes, open up your palms and relax the shoulders. And take a beautiful long deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just feeling the belly expand as you breathe. And letting everything go. Feeling the length of your spine and neck, readjusting if you feel that you could get a little bit more length there. Shavasana is a beautiful way just to reconnect. Feeling the earth beneath you, supporting you, feeling grounded in yourself. We're going to take our time to take a nice long stretch. Take the arms up over the head. Nice big inhale. We'll come into our Ardha Purmuktasana, right knee in toward the chest as you exhale. Give the leg a squeeze. Taking your time just to feel that little tightness as you squeeze that knee in toward the chest around the side of the body. So you'll feel a little squeeze into the ascending colon. Sometimes it can pinch over the rib cage, so feel free just to let the leg release a little bit, opening up the hip and squeezing under the armpit. Take a couple of little circles into your foot. Continue to maintain connection with your breath. The waves of the thoughts will continually come in and out, but we'll see if we can not engage in them today. We just become aware of them. You can squeeze your toes and splay out your toes. Squeeze your toes and splay out your toes. We'll take another long stretch. Inhale the arms up over the head. From the toes to the fingers. And on the exhale, bring the left knee into the chest. And we're squeezing this time into the descending colon. So I first go over the chest, feeling a nice tight hug as much as I can. And then I release the knee to open up the hip a little bit and squeeze toward the armpit. And then we'll take a couple of rotations of the foot and back the other way. And we'll give the toes a squeeze. And we'll splay out the toes. We'll give the toes a squeeze. We'll splay out the toes. Beautiful. I'll take a nice long stretch from the fingers to the toes, from the toes to the fingers. We'll bring the right knee in toward the chest again. Give it a nice little hug. And this time we're thinking about drawing that leg across the body. So keep the left hand connected. Open up the right arm and just take your gaze over the right arm. Could be internal gaze. And take that knee across the body. We've got our Supta Matsyendrasana, and that's just that spinal twist. So lower back is getting a release here. We're also stretching just to the outer glute, but at the same time you've got an expansion through your heart space. So I've got this thoracic opening which creates a really nice amount of release and energy. Tensions and stresses, fears. Take your time to breathe here. Just coming across to where you feel is comfortable for you. And then we're going to explore that depth in the chest just a little bit more as we slowly come back. And we'll start to bring our left knee to meet our right knee. And as we do that, take your time just to move into the hips a little, just so that you feel balanced. And we're going to roll over to the left side. So when you're ready, you can take the feet down if you like and just adjust the bottom out to the left a little bit and roll over to the side, or you can simply roll all the way over. Just whatever feels good. And then we're going to take our time. So you'll be in an L shape. And just make sure the spine is nice and long. Arm is underneath you. I do have my head resting to the ground. If that's not available to you, pop up a pillow underneath your head. Take the top arm all the way across. Go as far as you feel you can across so that you open up through the top of the shoulder behind the heart. And then take a nice big inhale and open as wide as you can and soften down. To get more depth and more twist into the lower back, you can realign and stack the top knee over the left. It will hinge up the shoulder a little bit more, but you can play with this, see how you feel. Or you can just let that leg relax and just roll into the thoracic opening. There's such a beautiful release here as you start to move into this posture. Come all the way up. We'll do that 3 times. Roll across as far as you can so you get a scapular release as well. That's behind the shoulder blade. Exhale and open. Just enjoy that. There's all these subtle shifts happening down through your spine as you do this. Inhale and open. And this time, if you would like to, take the arm across the head and wave it behind so you've got a little different rotation into the shoulder girdle. I'm loving a plant right next to me at the moment. Just stay here for a moment. You are stretching your neck too by taking your gaze or internal gaze across that right shoulder. And then I'm going to just roll back onto my back, adjust myself so that I feel nice and comfy. And our next added posture is our happy baby pose. So we can come into both feet and just open up the hips, feel the back nice and flat to the ground. You can take a little rock before you settle into it if you like. If you cannot reach your feet, go for your shins, or even sometimes people just place their hands just behind their knees to begin with. You might be a bit lower, so the legs might be in front, but that's okay. So even if you're doing this, that's completely fine. Just go to what is available to you. There is no right and wrong. Do what you can do. That beautiful openness through the groin relieves a lot of pressure. So just take some space and time here just to feel that openness into the groin, the inner thighs, the hips. Take a deep breath. And I'm just going to bring my legs up and slowly release back down. Bring my feet back down, readjust myself, and come back into Shavasana for the other side. So you can just see how this all just adds up, and it just becomes this beautiful, nurturing and nourishing practice. Supine postures, they can also be challenging, but so grounding for you, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Feel that deep belly breath. Even take your hands over your belly before you just reset, restart. This is like turning all of your gadgets off, all of the electronics around you in your house, everything, resetting, restarting the nervous system so that it's completely refreshed. Bring your feet together. Let's start with a nice long stretch. Point through your toes, come all the way through to your fingers. On your exhale, let's lift the left knee in towards your chest. Give it a good squeeze in. Notice how you feel. Take the foot into some circles. Couple of circles one way, couple of circles back the other way. And then we squeeze and splay into those toes. Squeeze and splay into those toes. Remembering at any point you can drop that knee to the outside of the armpit if you need to create some more space. At the moment I'm feeling really good with it, nice and close to my chest. Taking a nice long stretch again. Bring the leg down. Lift the arms up over the head, stretch the toes and the fingers. Feel the stretch in the abdominals too, like all the way through all of your organs, your belly. And exhale the right knee in towards your chest. Take a good circle one way. Good circle back the other way. And give a squeeze and a splay. Remember, you can drop that knee to the outside of the body if you wish. Beautiful. Coming all the way down, stretching as long as you can. From the fingers to the toes, left knee again back into the chest. We're going to glide that leg across the body now. So taking the left arm out, right hand stays connected. Let the shoulders soften as much as you can. This is a really deep cleansing into the descending colon now, so stay here for a couple of breaths. Remember, internal gaze, just looking out past that left arm. So you get a neck stretch as well here, especially if you've got the right hand on the left leg. So you've got this push down and then a stretch into the neck. Breathe deep belly breaths here. You might even feel the lower belly compressing against the thigh as you breathe. Getting a lower back stretch right into the glutes. And this heart opening just increases the capacity to be able to find deeper breaths when we need them. I love the heart opening stuff, so good for fears. And just know that you can do absolutely anything. You might start to get little tingles through the body. Just allow yourself to explore and enjoy those. Beautiful. And then as we slowly make our way back, we'll bring both knees in toward our chest. Just adjust the body as much as you need to. I always just like to take a little rock from side to side. And then I'll take my feet down. I'll shift my hips over to the left so that I can roll over onto my right. We roll over to our right. Bring yourself into that position, L shape, so the knees are up by the hips and the ankles are in line with your knees. Arm out in front. Let's take the top arm over the top of the bottom. Squeeze and open up through your shoulder blades. So press that top arm past the bottom arm. Nice big inhale and exhale. Come all the way across. And I love to just glide the hand across the arm when I do that. Now remember, you can just let yourself open to where you feel as comfortable. That left knee might hinge back a little bit. But if you want a deep lower back stretch, just roll back up a little bit. Press that left knee over and you'll get a little bit more. It's harder, it will lift that shoulder off the ground. But you've got this beautiful external rotation of the shoulder girdle, which can feel nice. Sometimes it's a little impinging though, so you can just relax into this if you'd prefer to relax. We'll do that another 2 times. Inhale up. Exhale, find the stretch. Full empty breath, inhale back up. Exhale, open. Inhale back up. Stretch across, this time over the head with that arm. Inhale. And exhale, open. Just stay here for a moment. I love the beautiful spinal twists. They're so nice. There's such a beautiful amount of subtle work that happens here. The shifts right down the central nervous system. The shifts that open up around the heart space. And we can slowly make our way back onto our backs, readjusting, remembering spinal and neck extensions. So you might look up to the knees, lower the head back down. And bring yourself back into child pose. Take a little rock. And that brings us into all of our exercises together so far. Yoga is always a ongoing experience. It feels different each time you come into it. Moving into somatic movement like this can bring up lots of different things. So allow yourself to be open to exploring your emotions along the way. Knowing that you don't have to hold on to anything. Moving past your fears and guilts, anxieties, stresses, tensions, sadness, happiness. Bring your feet back together and just open up into your Shavasana again. Just notice how those hips are feeling now. Soften down the arms. Relax the body. Remember to tap into any of our meditations that we may have that you would like. We've got lots and lots and lots of different meditations. Right now would be a great time to drop into one of those. I'll finish by saying namaste. Have an amazing day.